Test 1, 2. Perfect. All right, lovely. Looks like the stream is live. Okay. I might chill for a second so you guys can join in. Well, if you guys do join in. I mean, who knows? I don't know who's going to join in. If anybody does, you know. I go live and then I'm just like, all right, this is what we're going to do. All right. Let's see here. Let me move over this so I can see the chat. And move this over. Okay. Move that over, move that over, so I can see everything. I got my queue over here. I got the live chat here so I can see you guys. Garrett, what's up, man? And then I got my front cameras over here so I can see the front entrance of the shop. We got a couple things today, boys. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right. Let me see what we got here all together. So I've got, right off the bat, I've got a PS5 HDMI, a Series X HDMI, and it looks like the Series X HDMI, the guy already removed the connector for me. So that's going to be quite interesting. Yo, what's up, Santi? How are you? I'm just coming in today. Honestly, my hair looks really crazy because I legitimately rolled out of bed to get here. I promise. I had to come in because I have work to do, but like I legitimately did not want to get up this morning. Yeah, honestly, did not. I was really, really tired. All right, so we got that. We still have that laptop from last week too. That's definitely something I'll have to get to at some point. Yeah, so I guess we'll start off with the PS5 HDMI. It's one of these, and the port looks like it has been pushed in considerably. Yeah, so let's go to the microscope and take a look at it. Yes, Lexi, straight up facts. You were there. You saw it. Alright, cool. Look at the HDMI port. Now, if we take a look at it, we can see that there's something wrong with it. And it looks like the inside was pushed completely out. So we're definitely going to need to replace this port. So I'm going to grab an old trusty port out of the stock of ports that I have. And then I got to also reach up. I'm going to grab a Series X connector. Man, I got to order some more Series X connectors. I didn't realize I ran out of them. Well, I'm down to my last two, boys. I got to order more. We actually, surprisingly enough, we actually have a local supplier that sells the ports. So I guess I can always order from them. But I'm still pretty stocked on the PlayStation 5 because we see so many of them. Alright. I need me some flux. Let's try a new bit of flux here today. This is Surrey HTTF. I've never tried it, so let's give it a go. See how it works. Nah, straight up, I am here. And happy. Happy to be here. Alright, let's give this flux a go. I gotta squeeze it out of here, this syringe. Okay, this is gonna be fun. I've never used this flux yet. So it's very sticky, so might suck to clean. Alright, get the good old hot air station warmed up for the day. The fume extractor close by. And don't want to forget let's get it out. Here. This little spongy thingy that melts to inferno if you forget it. I don't feel like having my shop smell like freaking burnt up spongy thing, so I'm gonna remove it. Alright, who thinks that the little ceramic cap behind the port is gone? I'm just going to call it, I think it is. Oh my god, it's not. It's still there. Wow. Look at that. That little ceramic guy is still there. I was not expecting that. Especially when you got a port that looks like this underneath. Out with the old. I was just going to hot swap, but to be honest, I didn't have time to hot swap because I wanted to make sure that cap was there. Or if it wasn't there, and then replace it. I'm basically going to hot swap. And then I'll go ahead and touch up the pins. Alright, come on port, get hot. There we go. Alright, I'll push down on the port if I can do it. There we go. I promise I can do this job like super simple and easy peasy when I'm not recording video that lots of people are watching. It's so much easier to just do it like when I'm by myself, but I don't have anybody watching, and so I'm like, I'm big macho man, and I can do the job, no problem. And then when I have people watch me, I'm like, oh man, I'm about to mess up, about to make those mistakes, those juicy ones. Those, not just juicy mistakes, but, what is it? Juicy mistakes plus, dude, I literally can't think this morning. Big juicy mistakes in front of everybody, and I definitely don't want to do that. Alright, now I gotta turn on the soldering iron, let that warm up for a second. Alright, she's warmed up. So I have a tendency to, when I flow these pins, because my soldering iron is so freaking huge, to knock that tiny cap. And then I have to replace it or put it back. It annoys me, but I do it all the time. Oh, I did it perfectly first try. Alright, hang on one sec. We'll stop there. Maybe we'll go to the next one. Or the next one. Okay, yeah, we're done. That's it. That's all she wrote. It's as far as I'm going. Alright, get the old toothbrush and isopropyl alcohol. And of course this toothbrush is really freaking dirty. Let me try to clean this off really quick. So we can't leave that port looking like that. It's disgusting. Plus, God knows what that stuff is. I think it's thermal paste, but we don't need thermal paste in the HDMI circuit, you know what I mean? How goes it on this fine Saturday morning or evening to some? Alright. I'll live with that. The pins look nice. Let's take a look though. We'll start from this edge. And the pins look perfect. Per the huge. Alright, I'm happy with that. What up, Finks? Welcome. The gang's all here. We're all big chillin' today. What are you guys up to? Alright. Now is the glorious moment. I have not filmed an HDMI replacement in a very long time. So now you guys get to watch me do it and critique me and criticize or show support. I don't know. However you're feeling, it's okay. Let's see here. PS4 Slim Roach cleaning. Oh God. Yeah, that's the worst, man. They really get into all the cracks and crevices. That is the absolute worst. Alright. The knife blade tip is king for this job. Except when there's so much freaking smoke that I can't see. Boom. There we go, boys. Clean it off. Clean off all the old flux. Make it look real nice. Nice and shiny joints. Alright. Perfect. This port is done and ready to ship out. I'm going to do a quick once over really quick just to make sure I got everything. Alright. I'd ship it. Looks good. Yeah, brand spanking new. It should work. I'm going to go set this on my other technician, his bench, so he can put it back together. So give me just one moment. Okay, guys, I'm back. I wasn't gone too long. We have now a Series X that the customer already pre-ripped the HDMI port off the board for me. So I did actually appreciate that because now my job is a lot easier. So my first approach to this, because it looks like we do have a ripped pad. We're going to have to fix that. Otherwise, oh, you know what? Before I start with the flux, how about I come in with some hot air? Yeah, I'm going to put a nozzle on here for this. This is going to look all janky because I just put flux down. That's fine though, whatever. We're going to heat up this plastic thing and get rid of most of it. They have to have something hold down the board. I don't have a giant boulder. I don't have a giant board holder. I do have like a smaller one. It's actually about the size of a Series X, if you know how big that is. The Series X board. but I just want to get rid of this plastic. Okay. All right. So yeah, now we can actually see our pad that's missing. So we'll fix that in the end. Before we install the port, just putting some flux down first. All right. The knife blade tip for this job is a little bit overkill, but I think I can still probably work with it a little bit. So what I'm going to do, just to make this a little bit easier on myself, is flow some leaded solder in these holes. Touch up our points here, 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 and here. And flow these with leaded solder. And then we're going to go ahead and touch up all these pins so they look nice and fresh, ready for a new port. I'm going to hit up the board with a little bit of alcohol and a Q-tip. I'm just going to clean up the old residual flux. Dad, I do love the new microscope. It's one of the best purchases I've made, my man. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Okay, everybody. I am back. Okay, so actually just took in quite an interesting job. This one's going to be fun to mess around with and get going. This one is it looks like a gauge cluster for a vehicle, for maybe a truck or something, and it needs a speaker replaced in the cluster. So that's definitely something we can do. At least we're going to try to do. I don't think I can remove the board, so we're going to have to try to remove it from the top side, and it's going to be interesting. All right. So let's clean up the rest of the residual flux. And I'm going to grab my jumper wire. And we're going to zoom in on this point here. Okay. The board is not fully cleaned yet. We need to clean this area up as much as possible. Especially right here. This has got to be like squeaky clean and dry. That's what that... And the reason is because I'm going to try to put some solder mask down. And the solder mask won't adhere to the board good if the board is not like perfect. All right, that works. What up, Micro Mage? Freaking chilling, man. That's it today. We're chilling. Big chilling. Okay. I gotta find my grinding pen. I have no idea where it is, which is not good. I don't need it, but I like to use it because it's fun and it grinds things. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, there it is. Got it. All right, got the grinding pen. All right, that should be more than enough, more than sufficient for the jumper. Boom. Hey, we're all big chilling here today. All right, now put a tiny bit of flux down there. Just a tad bit, we don't need much. I'm gonna have to swap my tip out though because the knife blade tip is a little overkill for this job and would make this job incredibly difficult. And I do not like to make things difficult on myself. I'd rather have it very streamlined and easy for me, because then my life will be less stressful. it's like pretty you know, like easy stuff, but you know. All right, that's sufficient. The jumper just needs to connect. Let's see, where is my jumper wire going? Okay. So I just bought some like really thin stuff. This is 0.02 millimeters. So it's very thin, but it is enameled. It does not take much heat to break the enamel on it, like my other stuff. If you've seen some of the other stuff, I think it's like 48 gauge or something around that. It's much thicker, but this is thin, way thinner stuff. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to run a little bit extra because I want to re-adhere it to the board up there. So we're going to solder it down here. And it's soldered. That looks good. We'll go with it. I'm going to hit it with some isopropyl really quick to clean up the flux so that we can lay this wire down flat and call it a day. Break the old wire away that we don't need. We don't need the wire anymore, barring that I'm successful with adhering this thing to the board. Okay, yeah, that works. All right, time for the solder mask. The masking of solder. So the way I do it is I like to lay a paper towel down on the desk. Can't see it out of frame here, but I'm just going to put a little bit. And by a little bit, I'm going to put a lot, because more than I need. I'd rather put more than I need than not have enough down there. And I'm going to put a little bit on the edge of my tweezers, and I'm going to just touch it to secure it to the board. Looks good. And we're going to secure it over here. The thicker the solder mask you have, the harder it's going to be for the solder mask to cure. So we'll probably use a little bit of UV light and heat to solidify that wire in place. And that looks good. As long as it's in the this general area, it'll be fine. It'll work just fine. All right, I gotta find where my UV curing light is, because I have lost track of it by this point. It is somewhere, but where I don't know. Oh, I see it. I see it, guys. I found it. Alright, now for the curing light, I'm going to move this over. Oh, what's cool is the flux. You can see the blue down there. The flux is it can glow under UV, so you can see where flux is on the board still. Kind of cool. Not something that you would need, but alright, so we're curing it. It's going to take like a couple minutes to cure. So apparently there is a repair expo. I think it's happening sometime early April, so like next month. And it is, let's hit this again a couple times. Yeah, so there's a repair expo happening in Las Vegas. And I guess it happens every year, and they have a micro soldering championship. And I want to go one year. Really bad, honestly. I don't know if I'll ever have a chance to, but I definitely do want to go at some point. Since I'm in Michigan, it'd be a hop, skip, and a jump over to Las Vegas. But I think it would be awesome to go there and try to do the micro soldering championship. I guess because I was asking one of my repair friends, Dustin, what repairs they do for the championship. He said one year it was a TriStar on iPhone 7. 1 year it was an audio IC job on iPhone 7. 1 year it was iPhone 11 sandwich board. And I think sandwich board reball. I think that was the year that he won. That, believe it or not, like the sandwich board thing, man, dude, like I suck at sandwich boards. I'll just be open about it. I suck at sandwich boards. Really bad. I'm going to hit this with hot air while it's curing. And that will really help the solder mask to harden on the board. But not too much heat, because we don't want to float that solder mask and unstick it from the board. We just want it to cure, you know? That looks good though. But anyways, yeah, I want to do that micro soldering challenge. I think it'd be fun. Try to win a belt. Be cool as heck. One of my suggestions for the competition though was like, who could run all 19 jumpers the fastest and get a working HDMI port working on a console. Now that is something I would do. And I know you don't need all 19 pins, but it'd be fun to do all 19. And just be like, okay, every single pad's ripped. Who's the, who can redo all of the pins the fastest? That would be hilarious. It'd be awesome. Really fun. All right, now our board is ready and prepped up for the new port. We're ready to rock and roll, boys. So I'm going to put some flux down first, all over the place, because like this board takes a lot of heat, and I would rather this board. Let me get my temp up here. I'm going to go up to like 480 Celsius. The reason this board is like a gigantic heat sink, takes a lot of heat to get everything to melt. And I got our brand spanking new port here as well. Oh, this was something I forgot to do. I don't do Series X's all the time, but let me show you guys something really quick. So on these ports, what I like to do is you can tell how the metal is a slightly darker color than here. And so I like to take the grinding pen and just grind these feet first. You can see it's almost like paint coming off of them. Well, the reason I do this is because I've seen it to where the customer will just like rip the port out again, and I think it's because that the solder is not really strongly adhering to these legs. So I like to do these up. Looks like we're getting a call. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm back. Sorry, I went ahead and just did this port anyways, just to keep the show moving. I had a guy calling about improving my business, just one of those calls, saying, yeah, we can have your phone ring off the hook. I'm like, dude, honestly, my phone already rings off the hook. I don't need it to ring off the hook more than it does now. And that's, it's not necessarily a lie, because my phone doesn't ring off the hook. If you want to be like completely logically consistent. It doesn't, but like it rings off the hook a lot. And I've got a lot of, if I'm one of the only guys here, I don't need it ringing off the hook when I've got a lot of jobs to work on and I don't have enough time to do all of them, you know? I'd rather just not have it ring off the hook when I'm by myself or when I'm just trying to, you know, do intricate jobs, you know? Alright, we're ready to solder this thing. Or at least touch up the pins, excuse me. It's probably too much solder, and it's definitely going to show forth like it is. So I'm going to clean off my iron and add a gigantic amount of flux, because this thing, I don't have a syringe part on it. So whatever, I'm just going to go for it. I'd rather have more flux than not enough, amen? Alright. We need more solder, boys. Just a little bit. Like, I mean, I'm talking about a little inkling. A little inkling of solder. That's probably way more than enough. I just have to get in there. I can't see that I'm getting it on those last two, but we're going to get it. A little bit more solder. Come on, buddy. Why are they not, like, giving me what I want? There we go. Okay. Alright, I mean, those look good. Yeah, they're all good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off really fast. Oh, it doesn't look like that one wire on the end connected. At least I can't tell. I think it didn't. It's fine, we'll touch it up. We're going to touch up that pin right there. Yeah, I do have the fume extractor going. Alright, let's see. Did it connect? Yeah, it's connected now. Alright, we're good. Alright, and the pins look perfect. Let me just do a little bit more cleaning, and then we'll go ahead and touch up the bottom, and then we should be good to go. You know, to be honest, man, I've known so many people that have been soldering without a fume extractor for like years and years and years, and I've heard of so many situations and scenarios, so I can't guarantee it, you know? I can't put a stamp of approval on it and say this is fact, you know? I touched some of this stuff and it just got messy. This console's like brand new, so I'm gonna do my best to clean it up, but a little extra spilt onto the board isn't gonna like hurt anything. I mean, what's a little bit right there gonna do, you know? It's not gonna hurt nothing. It's not like it's thermally conductive, you know? Alright. I'm happy with the job. We're going to go ahead and flip the board over. Well, there's a little bit of that stuff here too. I'll try to get rid of it though. There. I mean, that's probably, let's see. I'm OCD, so I'll try to get it most out, but like there are some points where this is so dirty, like it'll just, like if stuff happens like this, like if there's a ton of thermal paste, like for instance, my tech does a really good job at cleaning up the thermal paste on these chips. Thing is you can't get, like, you're literally going to be spending like so much time if you try to get every single bit of thermal paste out from those capacitors, that it's like, dude, it doesn't matter, man. All right, I got a ton of flux that got down on the underside of the board, so I'm going to clean that up too. But we need to, when you already think there's too much flux, you know what? I'm going to Lewis Rossman it and add more. Which realistically, I'd rather have too much flux than not enough. I'd rather have the board almost drowning in flux than not have enough to do my job. Because if the job doesn't get done with enough flux, it won't work out. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, no one can say for sure. Hey Trina, what up? We're all just chilling, fixing some game consoles and micro soldering, all sorts of stuff. It's just what we're doing today. All right. Feed some that good old fresh solder boy in there. Works for me. All right, now we got a lot of flux here, so we're gonna have to clean this up real nice. Where is, okay, here we go. The isopropyl alcohol bottle. A lot of times I use my, I have like a cleaner pump, if you will, and you can just pump the isopropyl alcohol out of it, rather than you know, having a squirt bottle for it. Okay. Starting to look real nice. That was only one Q-tip. Want to clean up this booster chip area. Yeah, the pump one, like I've come accustomed to it so much, like that's just what I use mainly at this point. Like I used to exclusively use an alcohol bottle, and now I'm like, the pump, we're using the pump today. But like for stuff like this, I want to like force some alcohol under the chip so we can try to get a lot of that gummy flux out of there, and it really helps. So I mean, there's situations like that. Okay. Okay. I'm just blowing on the port so you can see it. Yeah, looks perfect. The solder joints are perfect. We got our nice wire done for the jumper. I'm happy. Like, I'm not complaining about that. Alright, so I'm going to go set this on my technician's bench, and then we're going to do that car cluster speaker repair. And then, yeah, that's what we're doing. Ultrasonic toothbrush, like a Philips one or like a Crest one? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I have one at home. It's the one I use, ironically. Alright. Okay, boys. Our next job is here. I dropped the ticket. I did not tape it to the board. I got some tape here, so I'll use that. Alright. I don't know. So here's the thing. This is the board we're looking at. It is covered in this really crappy material. And we have to replace. Interesting. I've never seen this. Okay. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult to replace. We're replacing a speaker module. It's got 4 connections. But I don't believe we can remove this board because if I flip it over, it is a gauge cluster for a vehicle. So I am not going to be able to take the board out. So we can't remove it from the underside. So what I'm going to do, this is going to suck, but now that I'm thinking more and more about it, it's going to suck, but we're going to try. So, and I suppose the way I'm going to go about this is I'm just going to get in there with some flux and a soldering iron tip, and we're just going to slowly pry it out all the way around. And then hopefully maybe we'll have success. Who knows? What do you guys think? Knife blade might work. This might come out really easy. Who knows? Okay. Okay. How about we do... Sorry, you guys can't see that part. Kind of doing it without the microscope. So I'm trying to hit up both sides. Maybe I can just grab it. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out. Oh, I was worried. I was worried. Look at that. The thing just came up like nothing. Nice. This will be easy. Alright, I'm speaking too soon. I haven't done the other side yet. Nah, dude, this is gonna be super simple. Alright, let's do this side. Oh yeah, it's already coming out. Let's go. Man, I was like, man, this could be hard. It was not. But what I will do to make my life a little bit simpler, I'm going to grab the, I have a solder sucking gun, desoldering gun, and I'm going to put it up to the holes, and we're going to suck the solder out. Yo, what up, Uber Micro Repairs? The freaking king himself has entered. You gotta let the... See, my desoldering gun doesn't heat up as quick as my other stuff does. So we have to wait a minute. Man, I actually thought that was going to be a lot harder than it was. Nice. I'm glad that that was easy. Toss out the old speaker. Now we have the new one. Oh, bro, you are a king. You are a straight freaking king, bro. Oh, man. What a day. We just got through 2 HDMI repairs, man. One of them needed a jumper ran. So we did that. Alright, Uber. I gotta ask you, man. So there is this there's this repair expo where they do a micro soldering challenge, and like they have like a belt and everything when if you win it. And I was thinking like as my suggestion for like the competition of doing like all 19 pins on an HDMI port. Now I know you don't need all 19, but like hypothetically, if we had to, like if the challenge was who could run the fastest 19 pins, let me ask, how fast do you think you could run all 19 pins? Okay, desoldering gun's ready, or it's just about ready. It's at like 780 Fahrenheit, which is basically up there. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy, boys. Oh. Oh, yes. Easy. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Perfect. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to clean up the flux first. And then we'll put the new speaker down. The reason is because that way the board is not like super dirty, and we just it's not like it's dirty with a bunch of flux, but it's just, you know, just better. We do our best, and then we move on after that. Yeah, it won't be pretty. No, straight up. It doesn't have to be. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty. Yeah, 25 minutes. I feel that. I feel that. I think that's like completely reasonable. I think 25 minutes would be completely fine. All right. New speaker in easily. We're already in. We're already done. Like, boys, we're already done. Now I just have to solder it in. Okay, it's solid. It's hard to tell from the angle, but I can see it from like what I'm looking at. It's a pretty big joint, so. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. What's going on, Mohammed? Welcome. All right, we got these two. These are the last two we have to do. And then this job is 100% done. Boom. Look at those joints, man. Perfect. Freaking perfect. Haha, Dad, you're amazing. Yeah, right. Bro, yeah, right. All 19 pins after a couple shots, man. Ironically, fun fact, I absolutely hate the taste of alcohol. I absolutely hate the taste of it. Ironically, which is really funny, but I absolutely hate the taste. So I don't know if I could actually down those 6 shots. But I know because I hate it and I don't drink like almost ever, so it would be, I mean, I guarantee you that it would be, I probably could not do all 13 or all 19 pins. More than likely, no. Big fat no. All right, so the job is done. I am going to quickly call this customer because I told her an hour because I was in the middle of that Xbox and I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me. So give me just one moment. Okay, I am officially back. Got the customer called, and that customer will be back shortly. All right, so I'm going to tape the ticket down to the board and set it off to the side for now. All right, so next on my queue, let me see what I got here. I'm sure I've got something to do. I know I have a lot of things to get through, but some stuff like is waiting for parts or like other stuff, you know. Okay, so that's can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. I guess we can look at that laptop again if you guys want. That one laptop. So listen, this is what I did for the laptop. Probably not the best solution, but it technically was a working solution. If you guys remember the laptop from last week, it needed, what was it? I got the new charger. The charger did not have a sense pin in it, which was really, really, really disgustingly sad. And I had to, let me see here. I took that first MOSFET out that was not passing power on to the rest of the board, and it put the 19 volts. I just bridged it over, and the 19 volts was going to the board, and now the laptop runs off the charger like it did not before. However, I can't tell if the laptop charges or not. It shows that it's charging, but I can't like tell for sure. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get it to boot into the boot menu. I think it's F8. I'll turn on my camera in just a second. Okay, hold on. It's doing something. Oh, it's probably... So, okay, so I tried to do a Windows restore, right? Tried to do a Windows restore. And it's stuck in a boot loop. That's been stuck in a boot loop for like 2 days. And it makes that noise every day. And so it just keeps going. But we need to get it to the boot menu so we can try to boot off of a Windows flash drive and try to restore Windows. That's the goal here. Let me see if I can get it to a boot menu first. F12, 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 or F9, F8, something. One of these. Okay, here we go. Windows USB disk. Enter. Alright. I gotta get this fume extractor off because it is loud. Okay. Alright, you guys should be able to see me now, hopefully. Okay. Alright. So I have the laptop. Like I said, it's running off the charger. Charge light is showing up now, which is good. Windows install. Let's see if it will show me both of the drives that I can install to. Setup is starting. Alright, we're chilling. We're chilling. Next, custom. Oh, heck yes. Heck yes, baby. We are gonna get... Okay. I see what it's doing. So we've got two... We have two identical SSDs, right? Two identical SSDs. And they are both showing up as... They're both 250 gigs, and they're both showing up as 456 gigs total. So we'll go for it. Hopefully it'll install Windows and won't give me any problems. Boom. We're installing Windows, boys. We're doing it. I think the last time I tried this, it did not give me the option to install Windows to the drives. I think that's what happened last time. It's been a minute, though. I've had this laptop in the shop for probably a month now. And partial the reason is because I could not figure out the issue, and we had so many other devices came in around that same time. And, you know, when it comes to your bread and butter to keep the business rolling, you got to take care of the bread and butter first. And, you know, put other stuff on the back burner for a little bit, you know, until you have time to actually get to it. And make time for it, obviously. So, I mean, you know, you do what you can. So, but yeah, this one, like I said, I removed that fat, bridged it over, so that the drain was going to the source, you know, and vice versa. And then it ended up working to where it works off the charger now. What was interesting was when I plugged the charger in, here's the thing. Whether that was the right move or not, I didn't have a donor MOSFET to put in there because the donor laptop that we had did the exact same thing. Basically, when you plug the charger in and plug the battery in at the same time, the laptop would, the output of the charger, you would get 19 volts. And on the other side of the MOSFET, you would get 200 millivolts, which was not correct. You're not getting voltages all over the board. So, once I removed that MOSFET, bridged it over with some, I can't think of the name of it. This stuff here, solder wick. Can't think of the name. Bridged it over with some solder wick to make a nice thick trace, to bypass the FET, and then I had voltages all over the board. So I was like, okay, so now we have voltages. We have 5 volts, 3.3, 1.8, etc. all over the board. And then the board worked. It just turned on and worked. And I could see 13 volts showing up where the battery was at too. So I can't tell if the battery is officially charging. I don't know if there's something in the charge circuit that's causing it to not work, but I don't know. Cool. We're moving along. We got the green check marks, so that's good. But yeah, so I mean, so far, at least the laptop runs off the charger. Beforehand, the laptop would only run off the battery, and because of that, you know, inevitably the laptop would die. So I'll talk to the customer because like realistically, when you're using a gaming laptop, you want to run it on the power supply anyways because the battery's really not going to do much for you. I don't even know why they put batteries in these laptops. They're crap anyways, you know. So I'll talk to them about it. At least we got it running off the charger because that's really what you want with a gaming laptop anyways. It's going to deliver that performance that you're looking for when you're actually playing games on it. And if you run it off the battery's going to die in 20 minutes anyways, and it may not deliver the performance you're looking for anyways when you want to play a game. So there's that. But hopefully we can install Windows on this thing and it'll boot up and show us a battery percentage or something. It looks like my other technician had unplugged it because I left it to do its Windows restore, but it was stuck in a boot loop. It would constantly boot up to like 64% Windows restore, whatever, and then shut off, restart, shut off, restart, just in a loop. And it did that for and I left it there because I was like, well, maybe that's normal. I don't know. So I just let it do its thing, and then obviously it did that over and over, like a boot to Windows and then off and then back. Made a lot of noise. I saw the charger unplugged when I came in today, so I was like, okay, well maybe it's it's just stuck in that loop, and it still was. So hopefully this Windows install fixes it, and then we're good to go at that point. I don't know. We'll see. But man, what a week. We had a bunch of really random jobs in this week. We had one. It was kind of funny because like when weird jobs come in, they come in droves. So like, except for this one, it was just like 2 back to back. We had a satellite speaker for a surround sound system and I almost made a video on it, but I was so busy, I just needed to get it out of the door because, I don't have a whole lot of time when I'm at the shop here, so I just do what I can and then move on. But anyways, a satellite speaker. So we got it apart, and it wouldn't turn on. and you could smell that something was burnt on the inside. So I looked over the main board. I didn't notice anything. And then I plugged it in because it has an internal power supply. Plug it in, and I measure on the board because the board actually showed an input from the power supply that's internal of 24 volts. I could tell that the board was not, the power supply was not outputting 24 volts. So I looked on the bottom of the unit, and the bottom of the unit says it took about 2 amps. So I figured, okay, 24 volts, 3 amps. We can find a power supply that does that. So found one on Amazon, ordered it. Then we talked to the customer about drilling a hole in it, in the bottom, just so like you know where you can't see it, and then just run the power supply wires 24 volts and ground right to the board, and it worked. We fixed it.
Hi there, I'm Cortana.
Hi Cortana.
A little sign in here, but
a little muting of there, and that's good. We don't need you, Cortana. All right. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, that was one, and then we have right after that, a Bose speaker with no power came in, and it's a shorted diode. So we ordered the diode, and that will be here sometime next week. Had to order from Mauser, and Mauser sometimes takes forever. So I ordered from Mauser, and it took them 2 days to ship it. They had already picked the parts, and then 2 days later, then they shipped it. Oh, you know what? To make this easier, you just skip. You don't connect to internet. We'll just call the PC, and the next for the password, and just no password. But yeah, it was just weird. Like, we had 2 surround sound devices come in back to back that were like completely unrelated. And that's the thing about my business is like, I don't just see like what some people would see, like, because like we're not known as like a cell phone repair shop. We're just an electronics repair. And so like I'll get calls about everything, man. Like one week we had a bunch of VCR DVD combos come in to get refurbished and cleaned, like one that needed a laser replacement. So I mean, like that was interesting. We had like 3 or 4 of those in the shop. Right now I've got a battery backup system that I'm working on. I got to order a chip from China for. That's one. And we have a laptop that looks like someone had, like to it. I don't know how to explain it. That one we got the frame in. The frame came in today, but I don't have time to do it today because it's literally going to take me like 4 hours probably to do it. Maybe not even that. Probably less than that, but whatever. It's going to take me a lot of time. And I'm by myself right now, so I don't, I got to man the front. I got to take care of all of the bread and butter repairs. And then this thing's been waiting for a minute. Okay, what's the battery at? Battery's at 0%. So battery is definitely not charging. So I left it on the charger for, I don't know, God knows how long. So I guarantee if I unplug this, it will probably just die. So yeah, I'll probably talk to the customer and see what he wants to do because at least it runs on the charger. And just see how he wants to go about it because I'm not sure how we can solve battery charging. I might be able to run a wire. I do remember trying the charger and seeing what the battery voltage was, and it was like 0.7 volts charging the battery. So there might be a chip that's bad, but I did notice that there was a coil that was outputting the 13 volts in that area. So realistically, if he really wants it fixed, maybe we can find the charging chip that's preventing it from charging, replace it, or maybe run a wire to the battery to keep the battery at a steady 13 volts. I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, at least this is on, but guarantee if I unplug this, it'll probably shut off. Oh, it did not. It just says it's really low. Well, we'll just get this plugged back in. So I guess it technically runs off the battery. kind of. Not really. Alright. Well, I mean, I'll probably call him and at least let him know. So if you give me, guys, just a couple of minutes of your time, I am going to go ahead and give him a call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I called the customer. He did not answer, so I don't know if he's at work or however, but, you know, I respect the grind. If he's at work, I'm at work. You know, we're all at work here, you know. But yeah, I mean, as far as this laptop goes, it's, you know, here's the thing. Yeah, we could probably get battery charging working, but this is one of those computer beasts that, like, it's really not going to matter if you have the battery in it or not. That's one of the big things. So, I mean, will he really care? I personally don't know that he'll care. He might not. He might care. If he does, we'll investigate more, but you know, just to get it to where it runs off the charger is like I mean, the computer's usable now, you know. I just have to get these screws back in here. These Acer Predators are kind of cool, but they're really bulky and hard to work with. And the way they're designed on the inside does not make it easy either. Makes it kind of difficult. Okay, so yeah, I mean, as is, he can use it and play on it, all that good stuff. The only other job that I have that technically maybe could get done today, potentially. I did not realize my mic had come off my shirt. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. To all the headphone users, RIP, I'm sorry. Anyways, another job that we could do is a PS4 that came in. Wi-Fi does not work. Wi-Fi Bluetooth does not work. But I would have to connect a controller to test. So let me find a cable and maybe we can test it. You know, hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to have to put you guys on hold. I have a customer in the store. Alright, fams, I am back. Okay, sorry about the long wait. I had to take care of some stuff. But now we are good to go. Let's see what we got as far as jobs that we can do. Alright, so I do have one. Lady wants me to get data from her laptop to put on a flash drive. But I think you guys will like this. I wish we had a breathalyzer dad in the shop. That'd be a fun repair. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys will like this. It's kind of funny. Okay, so this laptop, we actually did a battery replacement on it. And so she wants her data put on this flash drive. Well, as you can see, this flash drive says it's a 2 terabyte flash drive from Amazon. So I took a look at it because I thought, okay, what's the chance that this flash drive, it's like an SSD on the inside? Well, my friends, it's a normal 2 terabyte flash drive. And all its very, very 2 terabyte glory. Look at all those imperfections on the drive. And it's brand new. Our whole 2 terabytes of storage on this USB stick from Amazon. What do you guys think? Do you think that it actually has 2 terabytes of storage on it? What do you think? 2 terabytes on this flash drive? The flash drive is about as big as my thumb. Oh man, I want to plug it in and see how much data or how much storage is actually on it. Okay, so she actually already has data on this drive. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, she already has data on this drive. And I think what is going to be problematic is seeing how much this drive actually has on it. So we can actually put everything on it for her. Yeah, this is definitely fake. Definitely fake. The flash drive says that it has 2 terabytes. Oh, this is good. This is good, man. 2 terabytes. No way, dude. It probably has a hacked controller that shows like it has 2 terabytes, but doesn't actually have 2 terabytes. That's more than likely what it is. H2 test W to test drives, if it's real or fake. I've never run into this issue. I've known about these drives forever because I know that this is like hacking the firmware, the controller's firmware to say that it's actually like bigger than what it is. Oh, it takes ages to run. Oh, it probably writes. Is that the one that writes the data? Writes the data to the drive, and then as it's writing the data, it like eventually will stop at a certain point. That sounds right, right? If that's the same thing. Okay, yeah. Well, she's got a bunch of data on here, like pictures and videos and stuff. And the thing is that I think she uses this for work. And because it's a fake drive, like I can't guarantee that like I can get all of her data because I don't know how much. Well, let me see how much data is actually used up on this drive. We got, oh, she's only using 2 gigs of space. This could be a 16 gig, 32, 64, 128 gig drive. It's probably like a 32 or 64 though, especially if it's hacked to say that it's 2 terabyte. Well, we know for sure that it can hold 2 gigs of data. Ruggers Customs, what's up, buddy? Perfect, man. Well, what do we got here? Oh, nice. Yeah, so I don't necessarily think this is gonna be a good situation. I'll probably handle this situation on. Yeah, I've been doing good, Ruggers Customs, really good, man. Just been grinding, big chilling, just trying not to work too hard. You know, the huge. I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna handle this situation with this drive on Tuesday when I come in. I don't have the time today because I'm gonna be leaving in 2 hours. So I just don't have the time to deal with it today. Because I'm trying to debate on what I want to start on. There's a couple jobs that they're just really time. It's like, okay, I guess I could technically deal with this, but the thing is she's gonna have to go out and buy like an authentic drive, like what do you call it? A freaking, I literally can't think of the name of it. Like a SanDisk drive, like something from Walmart, you know, like a freaking Seagate or whatever. You know, just get something that you know is going to be like sold legitimately. You know, that's not just some random flash drive, super data master, guaranteed authentic warranty. Wait, is that how you spell promise? Promise. Yeah, I mean, it looks close, but 100% guaranteed authentic 2 terabytes. And it's not just one stamp of approval, it's 2 stamps of approval. So like, you know it's authentic. You know it's perfect. Oh my god, dude. You know it's authentic. Guaranteed authentic. Yeah, that's the seal that you can trust right there. Guaranteed. Well, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about this. I didn't forget. It's just I forgot. I got another job here. But hang on, I got a call coming in. Hang on one second. Oh, David and Computer Booter in the flesh, man. What up? Let's go, dude. David, we're just taking a look at this USB flash drive, Super Data Master, guaranteed authentic, warranty promise 100%. And not just 1 stamp of approval, but 2 stamps of approval. Totally legitimate, not fake, 2 terabyte flash drive. 2 terabyte. Guaranteed authentic. 100% warranty promise. 100%. You can't get any more authentic than that. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is better than like 100%, man. 100% warranty promise. What's going on, Xavier? Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll do our best for you, man. We haven't received it in the mail yet. I'll check on Tuesday when I come in. Okay, so this next job, I don't know that I can get into yet today unless she delivered the power cord with it, which it doesn't look like it. I have a Wii U that boots up and says an error code whenever she selects things, but I only have the console and I don't have any other peripherals for a Wii U, so I don't think we can mess with this today. But yeah, it's got an error code and it we could probably do the simple fix with the Raspberry Pi. That's one. Yeah, but that's another job. Yeah, so this was this flash drive. This is a it's not a data recovery job. We're just getting data from a laptop and copying it over to a flash drive. But the flash drive she brought in is a fake 2 terabyte drive, and it already has about 2 gigs of data on the drive, and I'm afraid to try to copy data over to it because I guarantee it'll probably stop at a certain point. Mr. Booter's been streaming games now, huh? Not just Frankie repairs? Yeah, so this was one job. I don't know. I can't get to this today. The only other one we have that I can actually look at... Oh, I got to close this ticket out. I have it. The thing is whenever I close out a ticket, I have to close it out in a separate way. I have to take the payment through Square and then close it out through our actual ticket system. So let me do that really quick. Make sure that that gets done. Yeah, Booter, we were working on a couple of consoles. We had 2 HDMIs, one with one that needed a trace repair too. Yeah, I might have to invest in something like that, to be honest, because like right now we're paying like probably around 70 bucks a month for this repair software, and it's very convenient, but it would be nice. It would be nice to have a little bit more streamlined setup. Thank you, bro. For sure, Xavier. Yeah, as soon as it comes in, man, yeah, we'll do it. We'll replace that chip for you. Where was I just at? Here. Delete the invoice, because I made an invoice without anything attached to it. What up, Taptic Digital? The freaking king, man, showed up. Yes, dude. I actually had one Series S that got mailed in through your recommendation. So you are a king, my man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, you got to get, you can do what I do if you want. I just have a P.O. box set up for mail-ins because our business address just, they don't want me mailing stuff. It's kind of just like ridiculous. Okay, Xavier, did you send it to our P.O. box? I just have to double check because if it didn't go to our P.O. box and it went to here, then it might get sent back to you because they do not want to accept any packages for me here because they don't want a liability, which is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. But yeah, Taptic, man, dude, I saw that you hit 8,000, dude. It's so cool, man. Honestly, like your videos, when I found you, I was like, wow. Not only are they great videos that show you exactly what to do, they're funny, and they're like a great story. So I was like, dude, these are perfect. Okay. I mean, I suppose we could start on the laptop that needs a new housing. I was going to save that for Tuesday because I'll have a lot more time, and we might have other devices come in, and it's like I can start on it, but I probably won't finish it, at least today. Well, the thing is YouTube's okay, awesome. Yeah, so I know YouTube does a really good job at compressing video, like really, really well. So my assumption is it probably won't crush people's CPUs too much on at least the YouTube end. But if you sent people to a download link to watch the video in its raw 8K, then I mean it'll definitely crush everybody's CPUs. Okay, funny enough, fun fact, the computer that I'm using at the shop right now. Are you guys ready for it? All right. It is a piece of junk. The computer that I'm streaming on, surprisingly, it is a Core i5 4570 CPU, 3.2 gigahertz. We have 16 gigs of DDR3 memory. I have a 500 gig SSD in it and a 2 terabyte hard drive for data. Come on. Okay. All right. So I think what we can do is we can test that PS4 that controllers won't connect. So in order to do that, I have to find a cable to plug in for the controller. That'll be the first thing. Once we do that, then we're good to test. So give me just a minute to find a micro USB cable because I don't know where one is at. All right. Okay. Here we are. I'm here. So we have a PS4 that the controllers do not connect. That's what the diagnosis is. So I'm going to power it on first. We'll see what it does. Yeah, I mean, realistically, man, you feel free. You do your thing, man. No one ever has to watch me unless you want to. If you want to, you feel free. But if you have other stuff on the agenda, feel free, man. I won't hold you back. Blue light. You're gonna see it go to a white light. Man, I haven't. That's so funny. You guys are hilarious. You guys are real YouTubers. Because I'll do the same thing. What's funny is a lot of times when I pop in to watch Computer Booter, I'll be at work. Okay, controller connects. So, what's the problem? Oh, maybe it doesn't connect wirelessly. It connects through USB. And it's working. Yeah, I mean, it's working. So, let's see. Does it still connect wireless? It does. Or maybe it stops connecting at some point or something. No, I know they don't. I know it's sometimes what, Southbridge and Wi-Fi Bluetooth chip or something. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, probably, because I mean, it's working. But the console came in for our refurbishment package anyways. So, I mean, that's probably what it is. I just clean it out, do the, new thermal paste, new thermal pads, and then it'll be like brand new. It won't sound like a jet engine anymore. Yeah. He has Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a game I actually want to try to play. I mean, it's still working, Wait. Yeah, I mean, you can go back and forth, And yeah, obviously the controller's not super far away from the console, but like sometimes when we go for extreme testings, we got giant cinder block walls. I'll walk down the hallway and make sure. I'll be like, all right, Frank, is it still working? Still working? Walk down the hall and just make sure it still has a connection. Anyways, we'll turn off the console for now because I mean this is just a refurb job, and I'll give it to my other technician to do that. But he's got a PS5 and a Series X to put back together, so I'll leave him for that. Man, it was a quick day today, basically. So I got some stuff going on later tonight. Going to Ohio to see some family, and niece is gonna be in a play today, so that's gonna be fun. We got that later today. But that's afterward. That's like far in the future. Oh man. Okay, what else do I got? So I have this. I've got this computer I can get data from, but realistically, maybe I'll just call the customer and just have her bring in another drive. And what else do I have? I gotta check the queue. It can. Okay, well, I mean, maybe. I actually don't know. David, I feel you, man. Taxes freaking suck, man. Mr. Uncle Sam is just waiting for me. He wants me to give him money. And I will. I'll give him money. I don't want to, but I will. Because I want to keep the business going. I'll give him money, but I don't want to. Man, Uncle Sam really just wants money. It's insane. Okay. You know, to be honest, my YouTube channel didn't produce like a ton of AdSense. So last year, like not a ton. So I wasn't like hurting in the tax department. Dude, yeah. Uncle Booter, man. We all need that wrench Uncle Booter, man. Okay, I gotta call this customer. Well, I could not get a hold of this customer because it went directly to voicemail. So, I mean, what am I going to do? So this one we'll set aside for probably Tuesday to get the refurb done. And then the Wii U, we can't do anything with for now because I don't have the other cords or anything. This we can't do anything with because I don't have a drive to get data from, like to put it on. So there's that. We have that Bose speaker, but the Mauser order has not come in. We have this laptop. I tried calling a customer. He did not answer. What else do I got? That one, that one. Yeah, that's it besides the laptop that I don't want to do till Tuesday. Yeah, 2 bytes. Yeah, right. Yeah, man. 2 whole bytes. 2 whole bytes. Man. I could do. Plug this in. My daughter brought her her digital camera that my brother-in-law got for her off of Amazon. And she brought it to the shop to get charged, and I couldn't find the cable the other day, and then accidentally forgot to put it in her bag. No fixes. Yeah, there is actually one no fix that I do want to go back over. And this one, the guy hasn't picked up. It's almost been 3 months. We have a 90-day policy. I've called him and called him and called him, and just nothing. So they originally said they were going to pick up, but I haven't seen it. So that is one we can look at, and I have not. I don't know if I got UART working on it or not. That's the thing. I guess if you guys want, we can definitely look at that. Because the other one, because we had a PS4 that I did UART on, and that one had a blown APU, shorted APU. This one I didn't do too extensive on. So this is definitely something we could take a look at if you guys want. I'm not going to hold you to it, but if you want to. So this is a PS4 original. It has the touch buttons on it, but it has pulsing blue light of death. So I guess we could look at this. Dude, have you guys ever thought about how, like, so, like, all right, You ever see Northridge Fix's Q on YouTube? Dude, whatever he's doing it right. We need. I would love to grow the queue to be like that, dude. To have like a queue that's like 4 or 5 weeks in advance, dude. Oh my gosh, that would be so sick. Okay. Yeah, that's my assumption too. But the only RAM stencil that I have in the shop is for PS5. Yeah, it definitely would be stressful. But then you'd be rolling in the dough. You'd be stressful. Right, full up for the day. No, for real though, dude. I feel that. But then again, you know, I could never imagine doing a Frankie like you do, dude. Nah, man. I'm a pass on that. I'm a pass. Like a hard pass. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I never ran UART on this one. Never did. Because the NOR flash chip does look completely virgin. But this is missing a hard drive. What the frick? Weird. It's missing a hard drive. But it has the hard drive screw. Like, what in the world, dude? Dude. Oh, wait. Really? Wow. Yeah, dude, I could not imagine doing that many Frankies, man. Or just one in general, man. I have trouble. I can't get the chip to float at all. I can never float the chip. I always just popcorn it. I can only popcorn. I can't actually float it. And which doesn't make sense. It's like, how do you popcorn it? It's probably just too much heat for too long. Too much heat. And it should be probably what I assume is like gradual heat for a slower period of time. Perfect. Yeah, those cocks, man. Straight up. I remember doing my first Yellow Light of Death reflow back in 2013. So literally 11 years ago now. Okay. Alright, I have the board. Oh, I remember what this came in for. Yeah, this came in for an HDMI replacement. And it had blue light of death. And that was the no image, but it also had a broken port. That's what it came in for. It's been so long, dude. Yeah, HDMI and cleaning. That's what the ticket says. Oh yeah, my first Yellow Light of Death reflow was on a G01. I remember that. Okay, we got to get the NOR chip off the board so we can dump it and then program it for UART. And then we can hook up our serial adapter. Okay. So we need the fume extractor on because I got to use that flux. The yummy, delicious, super sticky, yummy flux. To be honest, this flux is good. It works. But I hate when flux is so gummy that it just sucks to use. Alright. Before I use hot air, I'm going to apply some leaded solder to lower the melting temperature considerably. That way it's not as challenging. Gotta wait for the old iron to heat up. Yeah, man, take care. You take care, Booter. Enjoy your day, man, and don't work too hard on the accounting. Don't stress yourself out too much. Uncle Sam doesn't need that money. They just want the money. No, I know. It's not like lead, does anything actually bad to you. They just want to tell us that just to make it harder for us. In 3, 2, 1, boom. Got it. Our chip is off, boys. Okay. I'm going to move the board out the way because we don't need that for now. We just need our programmer, which I do not know where it is offhand. I will have to find it. Where did I put it? It's not there. Okay, I have to find the programmer. Where are you, programmer? Where will I find you? It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Found it. All right. We found the programmer. Now, this is a CH341A that has been 3.3 volt modded as well. So we don't have to worry about the chip running at 5 volts. All right. So I'm going to put the chip in the general vicinity, and we're just going to heat this boy up until it floats, and then take the heat off. Come on, buddy. Come on, chip. You want to just, yep, there you go. Right on there. Boom. And we have pin number 1 matched up with that. And I used a lot of heat, so it's probably still molten. A little bit, molten. Wait for it to cool down here. Alright, we're good now. Pin number 1 is matched up here, so you know that the chip is on the board correctly. And I'm going to put the fume extractor over this for a moment so we can try to cool down this chip quick. And then we can hook it up to our programmer and start rocking and rolling. All right, let's see. Yo, test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? For a moment there, I had no audio and you guys could not hear me, and I am so sorry about that. I'm using this Russian program, and this Russian program is going to work a lot better for me because I will be able to. I've had more success with this program, so whatever. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have, it wasn't working there for a second. Okay. The chip is cooled down. Plug it into the programmer, or plug it into the USB. All right. And USB is not recognized, and it might now be. Let's see here. Really quick, before I use this program, I like to use this one. Detect the chip. Keeps saying USB device not recognized. Is the chip getting hot? Chip is not getting hot, so that's good. Here, let me exit this and make sure that the chip is showing up in this program first. Detect. Okay, I think it sees the chip. All right. Read data from chip. Device not detected. Nice. Detect chip. Device not detected. Okay. Why is it not showing up? Detect it. Why? Of course, right now is when it's just not going to work. It worked last time. Look, last time I did it. Okay, what did I do wrong? Is the soldering not good? The soldering's perfect. Let me see. Yeah, soldering's perfect. What did I do wrong? Why is the chip not being detected? Well, it's not seeing the programmer either. It's not giving me any options. It could be. And that could be the reason. Oh, yeah, 100% would. That's not what I wanted. Unknown USB device. So I suppose that could be the problem. Maybe. Huh. Yeah, soldering is right. Yeah, I mean, if that's a bad NOR chip, then that would be like the first step. The first thing. I don't know. The soldering looks fine. I'm doing the same thing I've always done. You know, everything is normal. Let me see if I have a. Actually, I know I do. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna grab another PS4 board, just to rule it out. Take the chip off that and check my programmer and see if I didn't do something right. Excuse me. Let's see. The only other PS4 I have another board, but it doesn't have the chip on it. I have a PS4, but it's got the other flash chip, the other kind. Nah, it's not worth it to me. Just in case I need that flash chip for something. Let me see. Do I have anything else? I don't. The only other flash chip I have is that one in the one consoles. I suppose I could take it off and then resolder it maybe. chip is off. Let that cool down for a minute. And then we'll plug it in the computer and see if it just recognizes the programmer. Because the programmer was working. That's what's bizarre. But yeah, I mean, if it's a dead NOR chip, then then there's the blue light of death for you. I did try another USB port, unfortunately. I did. Let's try it again. See if the programmer is going to do the same thing. So device is not okay, it's doing the same thing. USB not recognized. Oh! My wire came disconnected. I wonder if that's the problem. The wire came unconnected from that chip. Maybe we should solder it back and try it? That could definitely be, yeah, like the chip's not getting sufficient power. Alright, solder to the leg. Yeah, that's the power chip. Oh! When I heated it up, I probably just didn't have that good connection. That's probably my bad. Okay. How about we hand solder the chip in then? That way we don't run into that issue again, huh? I've been doing this the same way for forever, and now I'm just officially having issues. Okay. Chip soldered. Let's go and plug it in and see what it does. Oh! Let's see. Oh, it worked. It freaking worked. Dad, you're amazing. I love you so much. It freaking worked. It was the power wire. The chip wasn't getting sufficient voltage to turn on. All right, detect chip. Whoa, we got that stuff right there. Let's go ahead and read data from the chip. Ha ha, we got it. That's good stuff, man. So we don't have a bad NOR chip. we have a chip that's working. And look at it over here. Oh wait, where's the, yeah. We're getting data. We're getting data from the chip right there. It's backing it up. We're getting the data. We'll do 2 backups. Have you tried as programmer or Neo programmer? Neo, I think yes. As programmer, I have it, but I struggle to get it to work. I don't know if it's because I suck or I just don't understand it, but this Russian program just works for me for some reason. Dude, have you heard about all of the drama with BWE? With his PS5 UART software? It's like, it's a nightmare, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so like apparently, if you happen to have this, you know, console service tool, you know, this one, apparently, it's pirated software, is from what he says. It's pirated. That's what he claims, anyway. See, the problem with that is... So, because it's written in C++, does it mean that it's easier to decrypt the exe and, like, see everything? Oh. Oh, I did not know that. I was thinking you were gonna say that it was easy to do. Yeah, maybe. And that's the thing is, I heard that someone had hacked a honeypot that he set up and got fake codes. Okay. That's literally what that's what I've heard from different sources and stuff, but thing is I was going to buy his software. I was going to buy it because I thought, okay, it's written, it's well done. He's like, it's good work. Like, I've known BWE literally since, for over 10 years, probably, maybe even 12 years. I've known him for a very long time, ever since I got into the PS3 scene, back when the PS3 was the latest console. And, you know, I used to see a lot of the stuff that he would put out in the scene for, you know, repair or whatever. And it was all free. So, like, we knew BWE. And then, you know, he started selling the stuff. And I respect it because, you know, it's, the thing is it's, you know, you got to make money to live. And so I understand not doing it for free. All right, cool. We got a good dump, but let's make 2 dumps. Okay, save buffer data to file. We're going to save it to my newly created PS4 backups. Save. Oh, I got to name it something. OG.bin. OG. And we are going to do one more read. So it's always good to have 2 dumps. Not that the first one wasn't good, but sometimes it's good to have 2. A lot of people recommend 3, but I mean, 2 is better than 1. So, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I remember, and that's the thing. Like, what I had seen was happening is people had the console service tool on their computers, and his program would check to see if this program was on their computer. And at least that's what people were saying was happening. And because it was there on their computer, not even open, or maybe in some cases open at the same time, the program would basically shut down and not work. And then he ended up revoking access to his program for some users that paid for it. Which I thought, I'm like, dude, they paid you like $100 to $150 for this software, and then you're just going to revoke access because you're pissed off. Like, dude, like, that's not cool, you know? You don't need to revoke access to something. It's like, dude, you gave them permission to use the software, man. Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Hang on one second. My other tech is here with us now. He came in a few minutes ago. Well, probably like 20, 25 minutes ago. So now he's in doing his thing, which is good. And by the way, my technician is also my older brother. He is amazing. I want to make a video with him at some point, like teaching him how to micro solder, because that's something he needs to learn. No, I don't think that, I don't think he let people know that it was doing that. What some sources have said is that the program was scanning their hard drive to see if they had the presence of the software, which is ridiculous. Number one, it's incredibly, like, it feels to me like a power trip. Like, I know that sounds weird, but it feels like a power trip, and it feels like he wants to be in control of whatever goes on, and like, it just feels incredibly narcissistic. It just, to me, that's my opinion, obviously. That's the way I feel about it, because it's like, all right, if I had software that I was selling and it got ripped off to some degree, some of it got ripped off, and there was a free version of my software, and I have the legitimate one, I feel like the way I would respond to it is just, okay, well, they have my, you know, if people pay for the full, it's like you have a cracked half-ass version. You don't have the full version. I'm still making money off of my complete software, and they don't have the full thing. I can be pissed about it that it's gone, or at least some of it was leaked, but the thing is they don't have the full thing. I got the full thing, and I'm selling it to people. Like, I'm not going to be pissed off if someone has a half-ass version on their computer when they already paid me for the full thing. People are more than likely going to use the full thing. But the thing is, the console service tool actually shows you the actual error code. His program does not. His program only just tells you the solution for the error code that you have, which I respect that. But you know, so people like both because they can actually see a legitimate error code. But he just does not want it running at the same time or even anywhere on your computer. And I think that's like bad juju. All right. What do we got here? File browser. Oh, okay. I need to go to, where is it? 14. Okay. Oh, I did not save. Oops. I gotta save. Ah, crap. I think I closed out that software. Dang it. It made a backup of the chip, and I didn't save it. Dang, that's my bad. So now we have to redo it back up. I feel so dumb. Sorry. I want to make a second backup because I want to make sure it's right, you know? So now we have to make a second one. I didn't save it. Like, you're supposed to go to, you know, save to a folder, save the buffer data to folder, and that's where we have our where is it? We have our first one here, the 32 megabytes. Anyways, we'll have to let this read again. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, when it comes to the grand scheme of everything, if I have the full version of the software and I'm selling it to people, and people have the cracked out free version that doesn't have all the features that mine does, I'm not gonna care because I'm still getting paid, and people have the original version of it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be
like left out to dry because someone has a free version. Yeah, I might lose some money, maybe pissed off a little bit, but they don't have the full version. People are still paying me for the full version. So I understand the being pissed off part about if that how that's going on, but it doesn't fix the fact that, you know, he's writing in the program, if that's actually what's happening, to scan the hard drive to see if the program exists on the computer and then revoke access to people that have the pirated version of his software. I think that's just ridiculous. Because they paid you. They already paid you for the full version. Why are you going to try to look for the scan through their hard drive? That's really messed up. So we're halfway done here. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been using WinRAR for over 10 years. Eventually, I'll probably pay for it, but I have it on so many computers that I just don't. But yeah, no, I mean, WinRAR is the freaking king. I mean, dude, I have WinRAR on this computer. I use WinRAR all the time. But no, I mean, that's the thing is I love WinRAR so much that eventually I'll probably pay for it. I just don't. I just don't right now. I still haven't. I got other things I'm paying for. And yeah. He does need to prove that the other program has some of his source code, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he released that, I mean, that would be... But that's the thing is, how can he prove it? I don't know how you'd be able to prove it. Almost there, boys. Almost there. Yeah, I want to see what this thing's outputting for UART. See exactly what the problem is. It's really a shame that you have to do this for the PS4. It'd be really cool if it just worked. Because then, like, as far as like the PS5, you can just hook up the tool. All right, close that. We're good. We need to save buffer data to file og1.bin. Boom. And make sure it's in the folder, which it looks like it is. All right, cool. We have 2 successful dumps. All right, now we can do this. We'll hit 0 again. 14 is where they are. And what? Compare. I don't know if this compare thing works because... Okay, invalid. Okay. Invalid in literal for with base. Let's see. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know, right? That's so weird. All right. Let's see here. Build flash dump. No, I don't think it's in here. Go back to main menu. It's not doing it. I keep selecting M and it's not working. All right, open up the program again. All right. Yeah, it's one, right? It's been a while since I've used this program. Man, M does not work to go back to main menu. Oh, yeah, I mean, it might be. I don't know if it works on the Slim. It might. This is the correct. It's giving me invalid. I don't know what the heck that means. What the heck? Okay. Must be built into the program. Okay, we don't need sflash or the syscon stuff or the terminal stuff, so it's in file browser. I can't remember. There's a way to patch for UART in this, and it's been so long. Okay. Okay, select 1. Okay, and it gives me the data. Okay, there we go. So you just select the file. Okay. And then flags number 1. Drag and drop. Flags 1 UART. On. UART is on. And go back is 0. And go back is 0. Which one did we select? We selected og.bin. Okay, that's probably what I should have done originally. All right, well, we converted it. So if we go back, okay, hang on. Okay, let's do this one more time. I want to verify that. So we'll select the other one, and we'll see the flags, and UART is off on the original, the other one. But select another file. Of course, it's not going to let me. Let's do what you said. Okay, and let's check the flags, and UART is on. Okay, so og.bin is the one we're going to be flashing. Alright, open the file, og.bin, that's the one. And then we need the verify. We need to write and verify. That's the write, and then this is the verified chip. Okay, now we're writing that OG one, and it's going to verify it. That has been the only one renamed. Yeah, I'll rename it afterwards.
Buffer did not match SPI chip.
Oh, it's probably, maybe that's not the option I needed. About program, auto program. Erase chip, write chip, read data from chip. Because we need to write and verify. That's what we need. We don't need just write. We need write and verify. Let me see if it's in the other program. Maybe this was the one that I used. So detect, open. In here, this is og.bin was the one we patched it. We need to, maybe it's I think auto program was the one. So let's auto program that with our other tool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's auto program it. Oh, yeah. Can't do it because I didn't select all right, for you, I will do it really quick. Okay. All right, so let's open up the program. Detect chip. Open. OG but with UART, bro. We're going to select that one. And we're going to auto program. I think auto program has the write and verify. It's been a minute. It's been a minute for sure. But I haven't done this in a while.
when you have so many different devices come in, like the satellite speaker that came in last week, and you got the auto cluster that you got to work on in the laptops, and then you game consoles, and it's just like, I've done this before, but it takes time to like think through it and redo it. To be honest, this whole read and write data to chips thing, I've been doing stuff like this since the PS3 days with the E3 flasher. Those are some good times, man. I still have an E3 flasher in the back. Hopefully this process doesn't take forever. Oh yeah, so this is the verify option. And then it literally says data to chip and verify. So it was auto program. Auto do the write and verify. That's funny. Because I actually had an issue where I was trying to write data to the chip. And the problem is it wasn't, maybe this programmer that I have is kind of crap or something, and it wasn't like writing all the data. It was like writing most of the data or obfuscating some of the data or something. I don't know. Okay, it's working. It's writing data, so we're good. Finks, do you do this stuff out of your own shop, or do you do it like as a hobby? We're getting that data, boys. Writing that data. Hi Xavier. So yeah, man, I will. The post office is closed already today, and I won't be in again until Tuesday. So we can confirm if it shows delivered, then it's there at the it's at the post office. Yeah, if it shows delivered, it's there. Almost halfway, boys.
almost halfway. That's what's up, Savior. Hey, I appreciate that you like my videos, man. That's what's up. Take care, Taptic, man. You have a great day, dude, and enjoy it. And then hopefully I'll see that next video, man. You take care. Sorry, it's kind of dead right now. I'm just waiting for data right to this chip. It's kind of nuts. Take care, man. We're getting there. Data's almost written. And then it will verify it, and then we're good to go. We can put the chip on the console, hook up our serial tool, and see exactly what's going on. All right, now it is doing the verify process. Hopefully this will go quick, and then we can put the chip on. getting there. It's almost there. All right, perfect. It finally finished. Okay, now we can close all this out and go back to the flash. Man, that was painfully long. That took forever, man. Okay, let's get the chip off the board here. Perfect. Chip is off. We can set that off to the board, or off to the side. We have our chip here that has our UART enabled. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up on the board really quick. And we'll hand solder that chip in, make it nice and simple. Alright. Perfect. Real quick, guys, I got a call coming in. Hang on 1 second. Okay, I am officially back. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up this board here. We're going to see if this works. Okay. Put the chip in the general vicinity. And we got to match up this dot to this dot here. Put some flux down on both sides because we are going to solder this in. And I'm going to swap my tip because I hate the knife blade for this job. Alright. Let's go ahead and solder this boy in. Alright, we got one pin solder. We can do one side now. kind of soldering it from behind because the way I have the board positioned. Come on, chip, solder, you know you want to. It's just not soldering to the pads. Also, I know it's the way, my method. My method is not working. Oh, hang on. Almost there. Come on, chip. It's just not. I'm just gonna do this a different way. We just need to solder to that pad. Come on, chip. Get solder underneath that. There we go. There we go. Alright, our chip's on. Clean it up. Alright, now we can put the board in the console and see what it does. Okay, I need the power supply. Okay. So the console, I have power cord applied. Okay, so the console still turns on. That means we did something right. And shutting off probably because I don't have the heat clamp for the. I don't have the clamp on. Let me put the plate on with the clamp. Let's see. Okay. Almost got this heat sink clamp on. Alright, so the console does turn on, which is good. Let's hook up our UART tool to the console. Alright. Gotta solder some wires over yonder. Perfect. Got ground. Side of the ground. And then I'm not sure which one is read and write for TX and RX, but we'll play around with it if it doesn't work first try. Okay. We'll just try that first. And then we need the cable for the serial reader. Let's go ahead and connect it. Okay, that's connected. The console is not plugged in. Plug it in. All right. You can pull up the serial terminal. Let's see what it does. Okay, serial terminal UART. We need number 2, option number 2. And yes for COM5. And Control E. Okay, let's turn it on. Except now it's not turning on. There it is. DT, okay, secure loader. DCT0 is disabled. DCT1 is disabled. That is the errors that we're getting. Control E. Let's turn that off. We'll try again. Is that what it is, RAM? Let's try again. With the, yeah. DCT0 and DCT1. 01. Okay, so now I have to figure out which one is 01 bank. I wonder... I was wondering if maybe one of the RAM chips was heating up. Oh yeah, see that's the sucky thing, man, is it could be one or the other. I don't think it's APU related. I don't believe it is. Nice, so bank 0 and 1, that's the issue. Man, all that work just to know what the problem is, man. Okay. So what I need to know is which bank of RAM it is. Because that I actually don't know. I don't know which bank it could be. Or where the RAM is located on the board. I'd have to find like a diagram. And then I don't know if I have a stencil for this RAM either. I might. Okay. So we got the board out. And it's a RAM issue. And it's bank 0 and 1. It is a... I will show you. It is a... this board. SAA-001. Because I still have a little less than 30 minutes before I have to get out of here, but I'll actually try to remove the RAM and see if I can reball it and then just go from there. I'll try it. I don't know that I don't know if RAM on both sides, of course, right? So it's the hard one. I am on a couple of Discord channels. Thinks you want to email that to me? If you can. I don't want to inconvenience you, but if you want to email it to me, I'll take a look at it. I'll send you my email. It's just chasefournierrepairs@gmail.com. Yeah, if you email it to me, I'll take a look at it and see which banks are which. Like I said, I have, what, 25 minutes left? Because I have to get out of here by 3 p.m. EST today, because I got some stuff I got to do after work. But, I mean, so far I don't have anything else going on that needs to be done. Or at least that I would have time for today, because the other jobs, they take several hours. Heck yeah, man. All right, let's take a look. Mr. Fink sent the image. View image. Okay, 01. Okay. Okay, so it's the bank on both sides of the board. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So just from the looks of it, it is gonna be this RAM module here and the one on the other side of the board. So maybe replace both. How about I replace one of them and then move forward from there? I don't know if like I said, I don't know if the stencil will work for this RAM chip. It might not. It's for PS5, so. But, yeah, I mean, we'll give it a go. Oh, okay, perfect. I actually think I have a 1215A board, and I have another board that's identical to this too. Of course, the flux did not go under the chip. Not like I wanted anyway. Sorry, I kind of have to take it off here because I'm bringing the heat up really close to the chip. Not really close, but like close enough. Okay, RAM chip is off of the board. Alright, we got the RAM chip up. Okay, first I'm going to clean this off really quick. Oh, that sucks, man. Okay, perfect.
that should be good. Alright, now to see if the RAM chip will in any way, shape, or form line up before I go completely deep into this and see if it will work for that stencil. I don't know that it will. I think it's GDDR6, and I don't know what this RAM is. I don't know if it's GDDR5 or what. So let's see. I got, okay, here's the stencil, and this stencil is DDR6. So I don't know if it's the same footprint or not. I'm about to find out though. Okay, move the board out the way. Okay, got the stencil here. Alright, does the chip fit? The chip fits. Holy crap. Alright, now first thing we'll have to do is clean off the chip though first. This is what we presume is the bad chip, but we don't know. Oh, you know what? I have the magnet on and my my iron almost stuck directly to the chip. I did for a second, but that'll be alright. Okay. I'm gonna wick it flat just for good measure. Okay, that works. Okay, so the chip fits in the stencil, but does the stencil line up? It does not. It does not. Let's see, what do we got? 5 by... That's a lot. 5. Oh, there's 5. Yeah, let's see. No, it's not gonna work, man. Even if we got the stencil close, it still isn't, like, the actual balls are different. But we could try something, because I did do this the other day. We could try this. Hang on. I'm gonna have to clean my stencil off though real quick. I have a PS5. This is a PS5 SSD controller stencil. And that might work. And it technically would. Maybe. Okay, so we got the chip in. And remember, this is our chip that, you know, we don't know if it works or not. Ah, man. So technically, what? Yeah, technically it would work. It's just a little janky because it doesn't fit right, you know. Yeah, because if I could just use the stencil naturally, it would be a much easier job for me to do. Yeah, I mean, technically we could do one side at a time. It'd just be a mess, but we could do it. Let's see how much time I got. I got 15 minutes. Let's see how much I can get done in 15. Alright, so this is our presumably bad RAM chip. We're going to assume it's bad.
And let's pull one from a donor. What do you think, Fink? Should we go for it? We got 15 minutes, dude. All right. And you said that they are identical. RAM chips. This is a SAC board. There's our RAM chip. Okay. Let's get it hot. We'll get this chip off. Hey, Uber, this is PS4. Um, we might not have to reball this. I just pulled this off. Let's see. Let me bring this up. Let's look at the balls. Okay, so there's one that's off. I was just hoping like maybe I could have a perfect pull. Nah, some of the balls are lopped. So yeah, we're gonna have to reball it, but that's fine. We got what, 13 minutes? I think I can reball this pretty quick. Let's hope anyway, huh? Alright. And we don't have a RAM stencil for this. I only have RAM stencils for a PS5, unfortunately. Alright. Let's clean it up. Okay. Let me hit this up with a little Q-tip action. Alright. It looks good for me. Let's try to reball it. So yeah, let's just do that and just go for it, man. Alright, let me get it on the magnet here. I mean, it's the best we got, you know. It's like that meme. It ain't much, but it's honest work, right? All right, where is me spread tool? The old good plastic spreader. And then I need a little bit more. I need some solder paste. Hit me with the solder paste, boys. And then we're going to put it on the paper towel, and we're going to dry out the paste really quick, just so that it reacts better in the stencil. Alright, let's rock and roll. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to use a nozzle for this. Okay, that side hopefully is done. Okay, all but the bottom. That could have been my bad, I'm not sure. Alright. Oh, almost let that solder ball go. Oh, and another one. Okay. So all the solder balls are good except the bottom row, which we will fix here in a second. And I got to clear out my stencil of all that old solder. Alright. Stencil has been cleared. I got the magnet on it. It's sticking. You know what? Let me see. How can I do this so we can get the bottom row as well? Oh, I could have did it like that, man. I had the stencil the other way. Alright, let's do this one more time so we can get the bottom row. Hopefully I don't screw it up, huh? Alright. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, we just need to reball the bottom and somewhat of the middle. Okay. I can't tell if the bottom row did well or not. It's It's really hard to tell. It may have.
Shoot. Chase,
Yeah.
can I see your phone for a second, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Because I gotta blow this fan out. That was one thing that I forgot to do was blow the fan out.
Oh, yeah.
And the people were here for the Xbox.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I got the bottom row. It looks a little... Oops. I got the freaking... What do you call it on it? The magnet underneath, so... Okay, let's see what we got. Let's get rid of those. Okay, I'm going to add just a slight bit of flux here. Just to flow these balls. Okay. Now we just have to clean up that side of the chip and then we can proceed. I only have a few more minutes left, boys. Do you think I can do it? Alright. So we did one side. Now we just have to do this other side. Okay. We gotta do this quick. Quick, quick, quick. I almost want to block one side of this chip. Maybe just flip the chip around. Nah, man. It's gonna be tough. Because if I heat up, I might squish these balls, you know? How about... Just don't want to squish the balls with the stencil. I mean, I may have to do it that way. Man, this is rough. I may have to just try it because, like, I don't have another option right this minute. Okay, let's put the magnet down. Hang on one second, guys. I got a call coming in. Okay, I am back. I'm going to stay a couple minutes after because I want to try to get this RAM chip on and see if this is what fixes it. I don't know, and I don't know how confident I am that just doing this side independently is going to be sufficient. It might not. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Now I'm rushing. That's not good. I don't even know. Oh man, I don't know if the chip stayed. That's a thing. I think the stencil moved maybe. Yeah, I think the stencil moved. Okay, what happened? What happened? Alright, so what did we do right and what did we do wrong? Okay, so these balls got a little squished, but they were mostly fine. Oh man, because of the stencil and the way I did it, ended up ripping 2 of the pads on the RAM chip. Of course. I mean, it's a donor RAM chip. It's not like it's anything serious, you know. All right, well, I mean, I guess I'll save this one for maybe another live stream or something because now I'm like I'm pretty into this one now. I'm committing. I don't know. Maybe I can find a stencil for. I think this is DDR4, maybe DDR5. I don't know what RAM this is. Kind of disappointed that I ripped those 2 pads, but I mean, it's time I gotta go anyway. So, but hey, I mean, I love the journey, man. This is cool as heck. We're actually trying to fix something. So, anyways, well, hey guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So it is technically past 3 o'clock by this point, and yeah, I'm glad you guys hung out and stayed for as long as you did. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Oh man, what a day, huh? Well, all right, guys. You guys take care and have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, Finks, Uber, whoever else is here. You guys take care, okay?